beat the laptop. What's up, Bob? What are you doing up? That's the same question. I was gonna go to sleep, but I figured I'll get my workout in real quick. My Christina went out last night and she had dinner with some girlfriends, so she had a couple drinks, so she's probably sleeping. I figured I'll get my workout done now, and then we can spend the day together. I slept all day yesterday, so I was just up. I just can't get this thing. Yeah, that'll work. There's no Man, I'm stuffy. I set my cable machine up. I'm gonna do like some pre-exhaustion stuff. I'm already out of breath. Ooh. definitely think I got a little bit of a cold. Why don't you keep the clamps of the bar for any issue? I'm not sure what that means. What's everybody up to on this fine Sunday morning, 5:28 a.m.? The body beatdown. What's up? What time is it where you're at? 8 o'clock? Are you in, you're not in Central. Are you in Pacific? Angry Vet. What's up, my man? Oh, I'm surprised to see you guys up this early. Our deadlift's still a good exercise. The other day I did half a deadlift with like half the range of motion. I guess it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. I mean, yeah, I would say deadlifts and squats are probably the two best movements a person can do. 2021 Jeep Wrangler. Nice. Turbocharged. Sweet. Huh. I don't seem to have my full mental faculties with me this morning. I just don't. I feel like I should be in bed, but screw it. I'm going to lift first. I'll lift, and then I'll crawl into bed next to my wife and see what happens. What's your opinion on supersets? I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, everything has its place. The cool thing about supersets is, well, it depends. I mean, are you doing antagonistic supersets, or are you doing, my brain's not working. Like, supersets are good for, well, like, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you doing? You're a bodybuilder, powerlifter, like, or, you know, supersets can be good for hypertrophy because they really hammer the muscle, but they can be problematic if you're trying to do. It depends. I'm not a bodybuilder, so, but like supersets are good for saving time, efficiency. I was hitting on a lot and I found it, and the car salesman, he did that trying to sell you something you don't want. You got the diamond in the rough. Usually that's because they don't have as big of a commission on it or something. Yeah, no, I do a lot of, I use supersets for a lot of things. It depends, like if I'm doing, there's like, depending on what phase of programming you're in for conditioning, where you want to get as much volume in as possible, that's where supersets are really good. So usually when I'm training for competition, I do 3 blocks. I do a conditioning block, which we'll say, just for simplicity, is 4 weeks long. And I do my programming block, which is, 4 to 6 weeks. And then I do like a peaking block, which is another 4 weeks. So during the conditioning week, it's all about volume. It's like, conditioning. You're basically hammering uh, your body, and you want to get it to where when you get into your normal programming block, you don't have any deficiencies. And then the normal programming block is that's your standard programs like your Wendler 531 or your starting strength 5x5 or whatever program you like to do. And then as that gets to where you want to be, usually about a month before competition, I'll go into like heavy weight acclimation and peaking. And then that's where we're going to narrow the exercises down to just like the three lifts: bench, deadlift, squat. So as you get closer to competing, the amount or the variation goes way down, but the weight goes way up. So it's going to be lower volume but much higher intensity. So basically, when you're starting out, you're going to go super high volume, and you're basically beating your body into shape. And then as you get closer to competition, it's super low volume, but the intensity goes way up. Am I married? Yes. Yeah, I shaved up. Someone, I can always tell when I need to shave because they start telling me I look like that guy that played Golem. uh, yeah, so like think of supersets as like it's like boot camp. Say I took 3 months off and I haven't squat or deadlift in a while. Well, I don't want to go into straight into those like heavy ass compound lifts. I want to get my body and all the little muscles that go with the big ones. What are they called? You want to get everything in. You see this a lot with guys that use PEDs or steroids, like with pec tears. They'll go right into heavy benching, but they don't have their support muscles conditioned, their tendons. Big thing is tendons and ligaments. So supersets, super high volume, that's going to be really good, especially if you want to like really focus on full range of motion and stretching. The other day I did squats. I did a set of 425 for 12, and it's an AMRAP. I was going to failure, and a lot of the reps they weren't like all 100% ass to grass, and some guys would say, well, none of those reps counted. I'm like, for what, exercise? But the point being, when you're going all out, and I'm going super heavy, I'm not really, really concerned about like full range of motion. I'm trying to hammer the muscles, and that's how I'm going to get my the biggest jumps in strength are going to be from those sets. But in order to get to where those sets are good like that, I focused for like an entire month before that doing really, really high repetition, full range of motion, ass to grass squatting. So I got my body up to the condition where something like that is going to be beneficial. Now, if I wouldn't have done the conditioning part first, that super high, that I risk injury. From like that's where you get like your groin pulls or your hamstrings or whatever, because you're not in the condition physically to be doing sets like that. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm articulating that right or not. Must be a low quality workout day today. Yeah, I got a cold, man. I'm under the weather. Thanks, Propixel. I heard Tai Chi is good for ligaments and tendons. Yeah, well, anything where you're just getting it needs to be dynamic though. When people say dynamic stretching, like what is that? Well, it's stretching with resistance. So using bands or lightweight or just whatever your Pilates instructor. Pilates is yoga with a resistance, right? I mean, basically. So you're still well, if you think about it, like an ass to grass lightweight squat where you go fully up and down as far as you can, that's a dynamic stretch. But like, I don't want to do that with 2.5 times my body weight. Now you're risking like, it's don't think you're risking injury, but if you were to just like jump in, if that's all I did, if all I did were those AMRAPs where I maybe didn't go down 100%, I would have a lot of weak points. So like if I was on competition on the platform and say I was like attempting a weight I'd never done before, 650 pounds or whatever, if I accidentally went too far, I would risk not only hurting myself, but I wouldn't be able to recover from it. Where now I can throw that weight around and there's no issue if something were to go awry. Like if I came out of the groove a little bit, or I went farther down than I needed to. I'm going to be able to dig myself out of accidents. I don't think I'm articulating that very well, but you kind of does that make sense? I know in my mind what I'm trying to convey, but definitely I've seen the number one thing to prevent injuries, and believe me, I've hurt myself a few times, is tendon strength. You definitely want to take so supersets are really good for that, but they need to make sense. You're really trying to, like, for hypertrophy, obviously, if you want to take muscles past their failure point, supersets are good for that. A really good way to, like, grow muscle for, like, bodybuilding, you want to, like, get bigger biceps. Remember 21s? Anybody used to do 21s? That, like the high school where you curl, what is it? You do 7 normal reps, and then you do 7 high, and then 7 low, for a total like 21 reps. That's essentially, it would be hard for someone to do 21 full reps, but if you do some full ones with quarter reps on mid, low, and medium, then you can get that volume in. So it's like a way to get extra volume past failure. Like when I'm doing my AMRAPs, squats, I'll do as many reps as I can, going all the way down and all the way up. But then as soon as my legs start failing me, I'll do half reps. And then once I can't do that, I'll do quarter reps. And I think think about if you did a set of, let's say, 5. You could do 5 perfect reps, but you stop because you can't do the rest of them perfect. Are you going to get more from that 5, or are you going to get more from a set of 5 with 10 more quarter reps attached to it? And that's sort of like, it's just a way to get extra volume in. Time under tension is hypertrophy. So the longer you can keep a muscle strained, the more it's going to grow. So it's a way to increase time under tension. Are you on TRT? Yeah, I'm 51, man. What do you think? How are you? This is Robert Hirschberger. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? The point of 20 minutes is a slight change of the position can work completely different muscle group. Yeah. The other thing we look at is like, what is the bicep? It's got 1 attachment point at the ulnar, 2 in the shoulder, for basically 2 separate muscles. So you can see it when you turn. You see the long head here, the short one there, and as you supinate and pronate your grip, you can see where it's affected. So if you're doing all your reps with one grip, how are you going to get the other one? Well, you're going to want to turn it, and then it goes into the forearms. So you kind of look at the way the muscle is, and then change those different angles to make sure you get the whole thing. But the cool thing about it is that a lot of people also we have a tendency to overthink stuff, because the more you use the muscle, as those cells deplete themselves of their energy, your ATP or glucose, whatever sugar or ketones, if you're in ketosis, as those cells get depleted of energy, and neurologically you have to recruit more of that muscle to keep doing the work. Volume, in a way, has a way of correcting your whatever you like. Instead of what am I saying here? Whether you turn your grip or not, if you use the muscle past its failure point, your brain's going to do the work for you, and it's going to recruit more of those muscle fibers. So you don't really have to, like, that's why it's automatic. Your brain does the work for you if you do enough volume. Science. Just fucking lift. Lift until you can't. Can muscles grow in 2 months? Well, I mean, yeah, but like, what are you really asking? Can I get big naturally on 33 years old? Well, yeah, of course. I was 100% natural until I was 46 years old. I only went on I only started using testosterone. Yeah, right before I turned 46 is when I started using test. And I was 220 pounds, and I had a 1,500 pound total naturally. As a matter of fact, if you look at my earlier videos, when I started this channel, I was 100% natural. My chest day is every day. No, I don't know. I bench a couple times a week. Big thing about chest. People are like, incline, regular, or decline. Stretch. Range of motion. I'm going to stretch some babies out. That's how you're going to get growth. Thanks. Is it Malik? Malik Williams. Hey, subscribe to my channel. Stick around. Well, I'm doing a superset now, if you think about it. I'm using my cables machine to, like, stretch. Oh, so she says, what's my chest day? Yeah, pretty much just bench pressing. I do a lot of, no, pretty much just bench. Weighted dips. Every day, yeah, leg day every day. I like weighted dips a lot. I was in a car wreck and it messed my neck up. Back, shoulders, I'm lifting weights. Um, so for someone like you, Demon Terror, I'd have to do some one-on-one work to like diagnose, see where your limitations are. When we do physical rehab, uh, we start with the injury and find out what your limiting factors are. So like a lot of guys, like say you blow your shoulder out and you can't lift your arm past head height. Well, I'm going to look at like your entire rotation and we're going to attack the injury before we try to do like force your body to do something you can't do. And then from there, maybe it's going to be stretching or isolation movements. Then once you get the injury conditioned, from there, then we look at like integrating compound movements. So it might, but it really depends. Like my wife got in a real bad car accident, and it messed her neck up and her L5, L4 in her back. So before we even consider doing something like overhead presses, we want to like, strengthen up the neck muscles, find out like where she's got issues. So that's going to, it requires like, my team, I have a physical therapist. I've got a nurse practitioner who does like the supplements, if you will. And then we got a couple of IFBB pro bodybuilders. So it's like, you can probably hit me up on Instagram and then we'll look at like maybe doing some video training or something like that. Like I'm not a trainer. I don't charge people, but, I also work full time and I got kids, so it's hard to dedicate to everybody. But like anytime somebody comes at me with something like, major injuries that are holding you back, I gotta at least see what I'm working with before I can say or give you my opinion on what you should do to fix it. I would normally, like if it was just a chat here, I'd say, well, what exercises are you doing and what problems are you having trying to do those exercises? Yeah, you're not kidding, man. Josh says like a wee little small man with a tiny penis. You seem like a fun guy. Steroids. It's spelled STEROIDS. Just in case you want to like not sound like a retard. I mean, it's a little too late for that, but backwoods. Yeah. You like cigars? Or you just use them for the rolling papers? All right. That being said, I'm switching to, because I had the bicep surgery, I'm switching to hook grip. So I got to get my tender little bitch mittens used to the barbell. It hurts like hell, man. So I might break out the straps. So the way the hook grip works is you've got your thumb pointed here and you wrap your first two fingers. For those of you who don't know, you got your thumb. Here's the barbell. Thumb goes here, and the first two fingers lock the thumb in, and that's a Texas deadlift bar. So the knurling on it's pretty aggressive. So it'll lock in. And then your hands kind of like become lifting straps. Well, if you're not used to it, it can really, really hurt. So you got to kind of build calluses up on your hands a bit. And it takes about 2 weeks. And I just started using hook grip, so I'm not used to it yet. If you do it right, a lot of Olympic lifters use hook grip. Yeah. Whew. Josh, are you having a stroke? Vertical arm pickup, buddy. Barak, your fucking forearm. Are you, do we need to do a wellness call on you? I think Josh is having a stroke. Really though, look at my toothpick legs. Well, my wife likes them. Pray to God I never breathe this heavy. Yeah. You get to my age, 51. Cardio, baby. I was trying to get some help with cardio, but your mom won't answer her phone anymore. So I don't know what to do. Propixil, how do you look so swole? Well, one guy say I look tiny. You mean like swollen, like waterlogged? Once you get to that point with it, why even wear a shirt? Hygiene, I don't know. Look at his teeth. Hey, I still have them all. You guys are nice. I like you guys. King of the Slams. I'm not really trying. It's 5 in the morning and I'm tired. Usually I like to go. But, when your trolls are obviously less than 80 IQ, it's kind of like picking on kids. You know what I mean? So, like, if you can't even spell, like, it shows me that I'm not really working with a whole lot. Like, the guy's got pierced ears. Oh, you really? How'd that happen? I had no idea. I have missing teeth and skinny legs, and the guys follow me like Pied Piper. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ultimate Warrior. Oh man, that's bringing me back. Remember American Gladiator? Remember that show? Yeah, I have 3 on each side. I only have 2 earrings in, but what do you do for fun? I do Josh's mom. I like to cart her around on a wheelbarrow, and I just dump her out on the floor, spread her out like a fucking rug. Then we get the hedge trimmers out and shave around so you can kind of see where you're aiming for. She's pretty hairy though. uh, Dim Sum Malicious, Las Vegas. I'll look that up. Is there actually a place here in Vegas called that? Let me take a look. Dim Sum Malicious. Look at this. Oh yeah, no shit. It's right there off of Warm Springs and Lindell. Fuck, that's where I'm gonna go for lunch today. Huh. Cool. Popular time, 7 a.m. I'll check it out. Are you local here in Vegas, or did you just take a trip? You've seen me in person. Did you feel awe? Did you bask in my glow? A lot of people have seen me in person. I'm not sure what your point is. Are you a dick in like real life, or are you just one of those little queers that hides and you're not man enough to actually come up and say hi to me? I've seen you in prison. No, prison, Pre. I thought he said person. Prison. I think. I don't think Josh is either really young or he's mildly retarded. And I hope it's the first one. Ooh, he called me a goof. That's a good one. I live in Oha, California. Oh, hey, next time you're in Vegas, like, oh, if you want to meet up at a gym or something. What do you think about peptides? I think they're great. Well, it depends. I used BPC 157 and TB 500 when I was doing my rehab. Worked pretty good too. Suck off, GERD. Josh, you're trying really hard. Dude, do me a favor. Take 5. I'm going to put you on a 5-minute timeout, Josh, okay? Check it out. I want you, because I know you're triggered and you're like trying really hard to offend me, but you're not smart enough to. So I want you to take this 5 minutes and like really like think about a zinger, like try, maybe run it by a friend of yours to see if it's offensive or funny. So I'm going to put you in a timeout, 5 minutes, and we're expecting something good when you get back, because right now you're just kind of like, you're sort of like that little retard in the back of the class that keeps waving his hand, but the teacher's like, nah, I'm not going to pick him again. But you're like the only one that, does anyone have the answer to this test question? And you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. She's like, anyone? Anyone have the answer? So we'll put you on a timeout. So take this 5 minutes, breathe, recompose yourself, and let's see what you come up with. I have hamster teeth, man. The trolls kind of suck today. I love trolls. But you guys need to be smart. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of like not. It's like kind of embarrassing. Think about it. You're on YouTube with the purpose of trying to be offensive, and you're neither offensive or funny. What are you doing with your life? Come on, man. I expect more from my trolls. You guys are just like not cutting it. Is it just because it's really early? Is that the thing? Because normally I get on later in the afternoon. Guys that have like jobs and families and careers, and they're able to like make a declarative sentence. Not you guys, huh? Living in mom's basement. Yeah. Anyway, these guys are bad. They're just stupid. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's disappointing. Yeah, the way my channel works is like, if you guys say something truly funny or offensive, I'm gonna laugh and then I'm gonna read it out loud, and we're all gonna be impressed with your vernacular skills. But now you guys kind of suck today. It's not my usual crowd though, so. All right. I haven't used the straps in a while. Whew. Ooh. Ah, who we got here? Stuart. Hey, what's up, brother? You'll never find a hater who's doing better than you. Thanks, brother. Well, I enjoy this. Like, there's nothing I like more than when somebody, like, think about it, it's random people I don't know, and they think they're offending me, and it's just like, I'm so unbothered by it. I'm bothered more when someone takes the time to say something rude and it's not offensive or funny. That bothers me. But, no, man. Life's too short. Why would I give a fuck about some random person on YouTube? You know what I mean? Chris Benoit. Oh, man, that's a throwback. Thank you, Eric. Eric says loves the flag. Triple M. I'm going to call you Mike. Says I look like Chris Benoit. Deadlift is awesome, but I think I would put squats higher, just a hair higher than deadlifts. Looking like a muffin top. Oh, dude, I look like your mother? That's rude. Does she know about this? uh, Weak ass muscles. No, my ass muscles are fucking strong. Look at these bad boys. Bam. There ain't nothing wrong with my ass muscles. Did I buy this shirt in the womb? I'm not sure what that means. My hamstrings are pretty hammy. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. You just reminded me. I was trying to figure out what my next accessory is gonna be. You said hamstrings. Let me get some weights, some stretches. Yep, this will be my accessory. Where's my 25s? We'll start out with the 10s here. So if you guys have a Roman chair, a good way to hit rear delts, just press straight up from a slightly bent over position, and it puts all that muscle right on the rear delt. Ooh, Lord of mercy. Yeah. Whew, hell yeah. Cake on a Sunday is wild. I like it. 305. What is the brand of that rack? That's a good fucking question. Powerhouse. I got this fucking thing. This thing is old. It's a Powerhouse. And the only reason why I still use it, I've had it for a long time, is that cable machine is a legitimate 2-to-1. So, you know, like it's words and stuff. It's got a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage. So if you use one side, it splits the weight up. So if there's 50 pounds on there and you pull with one arm, it's 25. And what's nice about that is you got the it does, like, it's not exponential, but the strength curve is it's a lot easier to get the weight moving. So you get, if you have to like the one-to-ones, you go to the gyms, there's usually like, you know, the big cable machine with the pull-ups in the middle. On one side, there'll be like 2-to-ones. On the other side, there's a 1-to-one, which is, 1-to-one's good for certain things. Like, you know, any kind of like pressing movement. But when you're doing like rows, it's really good for, you just get it's not so jarring. It's a much smoother movement. Okay. I like the Offspring. I haven't listened to them in a while. What's up? Hey, babe, my wife's awake. Babe, I was hoping to get my workout done. I was just going to try to sneak into bed next to you. Well, so I got one person saying I got big glutes, another person saying I have tiny ones. Which one is it? Damn it, I'm confused. Really good stretch. There we go. Yeah, I love this rack. Thanks, Chrissy. Chrissy Cray. Obviously, I made this shirt myself. It was a t-shirt, and I just cut the sleeves off. Eric Bugenhagen has a video how to properly cut tank tops. If you guys want to check it out. Oh yeah, I can do the splits. You guys look at my videos. I do Muay Thai training and martial arts, and my old fat ass can do splits in 2 directions. Absolutely nooner. Absolutely none to remember. But his glutes blend in with his body proportionally. Except for my tiny little girly calves. I have really tiny genetically, little itty bitty calves, and I'm at the age where I'm not going to do a goddamn thing to try to make them grow because they're built like steel. They're small, but they're strong. And that's the other thing is like, dude, the song I Want You to Add is good. Which song is that? I like the Offspring. I see a military man without confirming. Yes. Who just messaged me? I have the chicken leg thing too, but I do the best I can on building them. Oh yeah, so God, I'm just like, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm a power lifter. So I don't really look. It's like power lifters are bodybuilders that suck. You know, like if you can't, if you're not a successful bodybuilder, being a power lifter is like your excuse. But the fact of the matter is like I'm 51. I'm not, I look like this in spite of what I do. So if my physique is good or bad or whatever, it's like I'm not trying to like get on stage and win competitions. I am trying to lift as much weight as I possibly can for 1 rep, though. That's my sport. And I can squat almost 4 times my body weight. Before I blew my arm out, I was deadlifting 246, 3.5 times body weight, and my bench was 2 point something. Weight at 220, bench 425, deadlift 700, squat 680. What's up with his mouth? I'm right here. You can ask me. What's up with my mouth? Thank you, Brandon. You say his like anyone else is talking to you? Probably have some weight. 100%. Whew. The hate on Uncle Chuck. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, where did all the talented haters go? You know, guys that could really, like, make you laugh, you know? These girls are like, okay, got him. Like, are you having a stroke? Hey, Haywood, 03 in the house. Semper Fi, brother. Well, the thing is, Jade, it's actually not easy to insult on the internet because, like, do I look like I'm offended? Like, these guys aren't smart enough to offend me. Actually, that's offensive. The fact that you would take time out of your day to randomly hate on people on YouTube and not be good at it, what are you doing with your life? You figure, like, you probably suck as a person in real life. And so, because you suck, you have all this pent-up frustration, resentment. So you're going to what? Take it out on people randomly that, you know, they can't defend themselves. Because there's a keyboard and a monitor in between you two. But then you're not even good at that. Like, what's left? Kill yourself? I mean, you're kind of wasting oxygen at that point. I mean, I don't want anyone to see anyone hurt themselves, but, like, at what point are you so useless to society that you can't even be randomly offensive online? And if that's what you're going to choose to do with your time, how can you reconcile that? It's like, like, smile hamster teeth. Like, I don't even know how is it. Let's look up a hamster. Let me see what a hamster's teeth actually looks like. To see what hamster teeth. I think they're like they got the big buck teeth, right? The two big ones in the front that sharpen themselves. Hamster teeth. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how can I feel offended by this? I don't know. It's just weak to me. I don't know. Keep trying. Actually, since you said hamster teeth twice, I'm going to put you on a 5-minute timeout, and I want you to take those 5 minutes to come up with something funny. Okay? Because I know you're triggered and you're going to want to keep responding. So I'm doing this as a favor for you. So you got a 5-minute timeout, and after 5 minutes, I want you to come back and with something actually offensive. All right? And if you can't make me laugh or genuinely hurt my feelings, I'm going to block you. How's that sound? I think that's fair, right? Well, the reject says you're in your garage live streaming for 35 people. We're just killing time scrolling. And what's your point? I mean, I would be working out regardless. So really, I'm just streaming just because. I mean, I would be training whether you were here or not. Like, if that bothers you, but why is it supposed to bother me? You know, why am I? Because my audience isn't bigger? Like, somehow I'm supposed to be what? I don't get it. Well, think about it, Jacob. If you're online and you're trying to hurt someone's feelings, right? But you suck so bad you're not smart enough to come up with something that's actually, like, funny or hurtful. Like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you that you would take your time to try to offend someone and you're not even smart enough to come up with something witty. Like, what are you doing? Why are you bothering everybody? You know what I mean? Like, at that point, you're just kind of like being a pushy little asshole. You're like that kid that is like, Mom, Mama, 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 Mama. And Mom's like, what? And you're like, hi. Fuck off. Like, go away, you yapping little pug. You know, like, Go chase a car. Johnny Bravo's awesome. In a street fight, you'll lose to a scrawny guy with a gun. That's not a street fight. That's called assault and attempted murder. Like, I'm not sure I understand the point of that comment. Are you saying that, like, being in shape and muscular is a futile waste of time because somebody with a gun could kill you? Well, how would not being in shape and super awesome and good looking like me be any better? That sounds like you're coping there, buddy. Top or bottom, midlife? It depends on the money. Let's be friends. Yeah, hell yeah. Manly, hunky, cute, terrified celestial. Why, thank you. Look at all that water weight. Huh? LMAOO. Are you really laughing out loud? Does your comment really resonate that much that you would laugh and think other people are laughing with you? Nah, I doubt it. I think the only thing you find mildly amusing is the distorted look of cope in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth or your tooth. Why do they call it a teeth brush if you only have one tooth? Or a toothbrush if you have many teeth? Braveheart comrades. Not everything needs dissecting. Oh, but it does. Oh, but it does, Snowflake. Oh, but it does. No, this is how you win. This is how you beat the trolls. You highlight them and you give them their pedestal and you allow them, here's your microphone now. Impress us all. You wanted attention, now you have it. Let's see what you got. Clax Biv. I'm just going to call you Calc. I don't laugh out loud, but you're funny, bro. Well, he typed LMAOOO, which is what? Laughing my ass off. Are you? Are you laughing your ass off? Lamau. I get you, but that's lame. Dude, everything's lame. I mean, think about it. Like, someone coming on my stream to tell me that I'm wasting my time because I only have 38 people online. Well, what are you doing commenting? Like, what's your point? And how do you know it's a waste of time? Maybe I really enjoy this. Thank you, Jesse. How long have you been lifting? Seriously, powerlifting since I was 40, so I'm 51. Carry this many. Hell yeah. Let's pick up stone, get ripped. He's a kid, don't waste your time. Denzel, just having fun, right? It's like, what did Aladdin say? You rubbed my lamp? You rubbed my fucking lamp. Are you on TRT? Yes, more than that. You came here, you rubbed my lamp, and now you're telling me I'm overreacting? I don't fucking think so, buddy. No. I'm actually pretty much done with my workout. Do it now. Die. Gen X is so overrated. Ain't we all, baby? Daddy Trump is watching. Are those diapers? I'm not wearing anything underneath these. Why does he walk like he's got hemorrhoids? Dude, yesterday with your mom trying to get up those stairs, that shit blew out my O-ring. Oh shit, that woman is heavy. You need to tell her to shave her mustache. It kind of rubbed me raw, you know what I mean? I don't know about those pants. They're not pants, Jesse. You know my mom is trans. That's why she had me go from behind. It makes sense now. I know you roll that way. It's the only way I can get her is to roll her. She kept insisting I call her Russell. Now it makes sense. Mom's joke, that's compensation. There's not enough money in the world to compensate me for what I had to do to his mom. I think there's a class action lawsuit against that she-beast. Yeah. You ever seen The Witcher? Oh, Lord of mercy. And you proceeded to peg a dude. Yikes. What I look for in my women is as little penis as possible, but at 2 in the morning you work with whatever you got, right? My boy needs to lay off the PEDs. You can't call me a boy when you're half my age. I could have been your dad, but the dog beat me over the fence, you know what I mean? Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. When I have all my earrings in, it looks like a shower curtain. Fucking calls me boy. I'm 51 years old, my man. You guys are fun. I'm enjoying this. But it's 6:37. I'm gonna go crawling next to my wife and try to cuddle with her, and hopefully she doesn't turn out to be a man. I'm gonna be really disappointed. I love you guys, and as always, I'll see you on the battlefield.